Great. Thank you very much, Mike, for joining. We're going to start another amazing session of masterclass. And at the beginning of many of these master classes, mostly during the month, beginning of the month, I always invite mortgage agents such as Mike to join us and give us a little bit of what's going on with the real estate market for mortgage, interest rate, how do you see the market, what direction. So that would give us the different angles of what's going on with real estate, and that would equip us with a better understanding of what we should do next. So, Mike, you have the floor. Go ahead.
Awesome. Thanks for the kind introduction. Good morning. Good morning. Um, Today's conversation is going to be in two parts. I think the first, what we'll look at is just a current snapshot of the market, what's happening with interest rates today. And then I also want to talk about some things with respects to conversation points that we're having with families, how to essentially stick handle certain objections, what we're doing in the mortgage side to ensure that clients understand what's happening, and just a quick economic understanding of what's going on to help you successfully navigate conversations with clients. We're noticing a lot of fear in the marketplace right now, and that fear is based on lack of information. So firstly, let me share my screen, um, Ashton, and I'm just
Yeah.
going to show you um, a really cool program that we use in the mortgage industry. Okay, see if I can move that out of the way. This one. Okay, everyone should see a program. So what we do each morning when we come into the day is we want to see kind of where rates are. So this is a system called Lender Spotlight that allows us to see all the advertised rates of the major banks. Okay, so if any of you are working with, let's say, buyers, let's say they're first-time home buyers, let's get a snapshot as to what they would expect when they look to qualify for a home. Okay, so what we do is we create some filters. So purchase, let's say it's owner occupied. Let's say we're looking for a fixed and we're looking for an insured purchase, so less than 20% down, okay? This is a snapshot of where the rates are today. Meridian Bank is offering a 4.09 on a 5-year fixed. This is organized by rate. You've got some non-bank lenders that are very competitive, and this is why when you speak with clients and they say, hey, I'm going to go to the bank, we can clearly see here that there are no banks at the bottom of the rate list. So you always want to recommend that the clients get a second opinion, no matter if they're working with a bank or not working with a bank. Always recommend they get a second opinion. The interest rate that they get has an impact on your affordability and your ability to qualify for a home purchase. If they're only working with their bank, there's money being left on the table. As we can see, there are no banks at the bottom of the list. We're already up to 424, still no banks. Manulife, yeah, that's one of the banks, but it's not a curbside lender. So we're still well below 4.5%, and you can see there's no banks on this list. I've got to scroll down heavily in order to get to where bank lending is. Okay, so that just gives you kind of a snapshot of where we are in the marketplace, that under 4.5% is possible outside of the banks. Okay, if you're ever working with someone who's like an investor, it actually has a higher interest rate. Rental properties have a higher rate than insured purchases do. So if we look here again, you can see a massive bump. We're up to 4.6, and now we finally found TD as the most competitive at 4.69. Okay, so these rates are never carved in stone. You always want to connect with your mortgage broker to fine tune these a bit further, but that'll give you an understanding kind of where we are for fixed interest rates today. The longer the term, the cheaper the rate. Okay. Next thing I want to do is give you just some insight as to how we're handling the education on families who just say, hey, listen, Farah, Razik, yeah, I want to buy, but there's too much uncertainty going on in the United States. The tariffs, we don't know what the tariffs are going to do. And ultimately what happens is that your buyers sit on the sideline, okay? The way to manage that expectation and to provide realistic data is to not project, to not make any assumptions as to what's going to happen in 2025, because nobody knows for sure. What you always want to do is tell them, listen, how we're going to educate you is let's look at history. What's happened in the past that may be similar to what we're going through right now that we can draw parallels to, okay? So right now there's uncertainty. People don't want to buy. No one knows if their job is going to be still intact because of the looming tariffs or if the tariffs come in. So look back to March 2020. Okay, March 2020, the very similar sentiment in the market. My job's not secure. Who knows what's going to happen with real estate? And everyone lived through that. So we can all say from experience what we know happened for sure. Rates went down to incentivize spending, and home values jumped up drastically almost overnight. If we look at the slowing of the economy right now with the same slowness we had in March 2020, we see the exact same things tend to happen. When you don't spend money, how does the Bank of Canada ensure that you still go out and spend money? Lower interest rates to make debt cheaper. Why would history not repeat itself if we're in a very similar situation right now? So when your clients say, I don't know what's going to happen, you say, hey, economics 101. Less money being spent means money has to be cheaper to get spent. So you can almost say with certainty rates are going to continue to fall through 2025, given simple economic understanding. That means that home values have to go up because people don't buy a purchase price. They buy a monthly payment. The cheaper the monthly payment, the more house price that they can afford. So that creates more buyers to come into the marketplace. So if you have any buyers, first-time home buyers, new investors saying, I'm going to wait to see what happens, they're going to lose an opportunity. They're going to miss an opportunity. Think of anyone who had the bullish mindset to invest in a home in March 2020. They're retired now. That's why we don't know who they are, because they've already sold and now they have financial freedom. That's the same education you want to give to your clients right now. That's how to stick handle that fear pause approach. Look back, see what we expect based on what's already occurred, and project that that's more than likely going to happen this year as well. Okay. In the mortgage industry, I'm far busier right now through a turbulent market than I have been ever in my career. We have more than 20 to 25 active applications right now for people looking to buy homes. So that's how you want to educate your family. So it's not the time to sit back and wait for the sky to fall or to allow fear to be the decision maker. Bridge that gap with actual facts. And that's based on what we know is happening in the market. Okay. There's going to be another interest rate slash in March, and there's going to be another one in April, almost certainty, almost certain. You can also look online to TD and CIBC, some of the top economical advisors in Canada. They've now, with the tariffs looming, have suggested that prime by the end of the year, or the overnight rate rather, by the end of the year, could be 1.5%, which is lower than it was during the pandemic. Okay, that's not my opinion. That's the primary economical advisors in Canada have all speculated this year rates will continue to fall back to the floor the same way they were during the pandemic. Should your buyers wait to buy, or should your buyers get in now? Okay, so that's how you can assist with some of that offset of fear and ensure that you're successful by offering good advice, your business is able to move forward, as well as support people through an opportunity that they're going to be able to get in at a much lower price today, that rather than waiting until the spring. The listings are there. All they have to do is be strong enough to go out and buy one.
Great. Mike, how are you going to talk to the sellers?
Yeah, so if you're thinking of a seller, I don't personally educate sellers on timing of the market often. But if there is a seller, I would say, what's your plan? Why are you selling? First thing. If you're selling because you can't afford your mortgage or you can't afford your mortgage payment, then either way you need to sell. But if you're selling to upsize or selling to downsize or selling to move to the Caribbean, you need to decide what's going to be best for you and your investment moving forward. Do you list now? Do you wait till the spring? That's something that you're going to have to have a guided conversation on just what their goal is. Once you understand their goal, then you can give them best education and guidance on how to approach that. We're having sellers right now who have already purchased with 120-day closings, and they're just preparing their listing right now to get on the market so that they can ride the spring market. But they're taking 120-day closings to allow for that sale to take place.
Great. Thank you. Any question for Mike?
Yeah. Yeah, please feel free to unmute yourself. Let me know if you're having similar conversations with your clients now where people are just, taking a back seat because of fear and sentiment.
Sorry, Mac, that website, Lender Spotlight, can we access to that website? It's just for you as a mortgage broker.
Yeah, it's
Anybody
a
can
mortgage
access.
broker. No,
It's
it's
a
a mortgage
mortgage
broker
broker.
website.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
That's why we have to access Mike first.
For
Mike,
his information. Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, for sure. If you have clients asking for updates or want to know more about the market, connect us. Let's have a three-way call with them and give them some insight as to what we're doing and how to help them.
Mark,
The
I
interest
have
rate
a
is just
question.
one component. Please.
The question is it possible to get mortgage for first-time home buyers with 10% down payment at this market?
Absolutely. With just 5% down.
Is it?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
What
As long
income
as
do you need? You need
uh,
an income.
the
Yes.
income needed is all dependent on the purchase price that they're looking to achieve.
Yeah.
There's no set number that it has to be. Each family's needs are going to be unique.
Because I had two first-time home buyer and the same situation, 5% and the rest 10% interest, but the income, the bank asked for the income.
Yes, yes. There has
Yes.
to be income to qualify.
Income. Yeah, and they ask about maybe 170 or something annually for the family, and they didn't have.
And that wasn't enough.
No, it was not enough. See, the problem is the income now. I know the interest rate is good. I know they can get a mortgage, but they don't have income. Yes, okay.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
something we
the
really can't
problem is
help them with.
income.
Like there has to be somebody
Yes.
working. Yeah, yeah, yeah. There are some niche programs where if the client has savings and investments but no income, then we have options for that. But if you have 5% down and no income, there's not a whole lot of options for you.
And even some of the first-time home buyer, they are newcomer and they have the income in their background country, and they cannot trust that one too, the bank. Because I approached to the RBC, they said that we cannot get that money for the here for Canada. So they have, for example, they are doctor in Iran, but they have money there, but they cannot trust that money in Iran. So this is the problem now for the buyers, honestly, Mac.
Foreign income can be used as long as it's salaried. If it's self-employed foreign income, we can't use it. But if it's
Okay.
salaried foreign income, we can. I have a client right now who just bought a house, 10% down. His income comes from Dubai. Like he works remote. The company's in Dubai. They pay him remotely. He works here. He lives here. He pays taxes here. He got a mortgage with just 10% down. You can
But
absolutely
Mac,
do that.
yeah, but Mac, Dubai is different from Iran.
sanction.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
is it? Okay.
Yes, yeah, I know. Yeah, some of the documents from Dubai,
Okay.
they all acceptable here, but
Sure.
yeah.
Okay.
One of the things I sometimes suggest is the program we call rent to own or lease to own, and
Can do.
that's going to hold them for 3 years. So yeah, they have 3 years to build up and show the income is coming from Canada. So that's one option they have, lease to own.
Correct. Yeah.
Maybe one
We can
day
run the numbers for that as well.
yeah.
Rent to own's a little bit more expensive than traditional renting. The only reason why rent to own is more expensive is because you have to think, let's say typical investor would have a shortfall every month. Let's say, the rent doesn't cover all the costs. With rent to own, they set it up where the rent must cover all of the investor's expenses. So in a market where cash flow is poor, the client ends up paying higher in rent to own than they would for a traditional rental. Because the investor can't be out of anything. Whereas that's not typical, that's not normal. The investor needs to understand that every investment may require a financial injection every month, and if there's a shortfall, that's just the cost of doing business. But rent to own can technically work. Yeah, yeah.
If you have any question from Mike, where's your phone number?
Yeah, so you guys can easily find me online. Just type in my name into Google. I've got tons of online presence. My Instagram page is really simple. It's Mac Mortgage Broker. I'm going to create a post right after this meeting today, almost daily content. My phone number is really easy as well. 647 5700. 5,700. Give me a ring. If you have clients that need a second opinion, you want to shop the market with me, I'm always available. Ashton just emailed me the other day and said, show up and I'm here. So you guys need me, I'm happy to spend time with you.
I wish I had that phone number. You want to sell it?
I know, I know. Eventually, I'm sure I will be able to. There's a pizza place knocking on my door every day.
But it has so many zeros. It's not easy.
Yeah, 5,700.
5,700.
Yeah.
Great. Thank you very much, Mike, for
Thank you.
joining us. More than welcome to stay, or I know you have a busy schedule today, so you can leave as well. And we're going to continue on our today's topic.
Fantastic, guys. Thanks for having me. I've got a driveway to shovel. All the
Okay.
best.
Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.
Okay, thanks. Bye-bye.
So let me switch back to our topic for today. All right. So everybody see my screen? Farah?
Yep.
Perfect. Okay.
Yes.
Let's rock and roll. I'm going to ask to mute everybody here. All right. So thank you for joining for another amazing session for master classes. I sit down and whenever I prepare this presentation, I ask myself, what is extra that I can give back to the agents that is practical? I don't want to go through the theory, do this, you know, you have to. What tools do I give them or give you? So along the way, this presentation, I'm offering you the things that are available for real estate agent. I'm a real estate agent. Every single day, I have to go through the same thing. If there's a new tool, new strategy, new technique, let's brainstorm. And that is one of the reasons we have the WhatsApp team or group that we have on WhatsApp that we share some of these tools on the daily basis. Let's go. So Monday, as you know, is at 8:30 to 9 is accountability calls. 9 to 9:30 is role play master classes every Thursday at 10 o'clock. These are some of the training I have online. Some people ask for information or training on door knocking, investment, a video. I recorded all of them. These are classes. It's very powerful. It goes and covers everything that you need to know about that subject. Now, this is my YouTube channel. Most of the master classes that I have, I recorded and put it there. That's beside here and there. I have sessions of training, and I also put it in there for real estate agents. This is the WhatsApp, and that's the accountability. And next week, I want all of you to join if you like. It is about how to find a gold mine farming area, whether you're door knocking, you send a flyer, or you want to identify an area because you are going to give a seminar to that area. So how do you identify the best area and go after that? After all, a good area would help you and save you a lot of money and bring back a lot of listing for you. So today, there are 4 sites that I would like to share with you. If you are into sending or mass emailing video, what I use is bombbomb.com. So I'm using a CRM called KVCore, and bombbomb.com is integrating with KVCore, integrating with many other CRMs. So together, I'm able to record my message in video and broadcast it to all my clients. The second one is reimage home.ai. That's another tool that you can go online and create home staging, virtual home staging. The next one is style.com. That is also doing the same thing, different format. Some of this, they give you trial version for 7 days or 1 month. You can try. And the last one is very handy, called pdf2go.com. It helps you to edit, merge, split, unlock PDF. Anything you need to do with PDF, you can do that. As I have a feeling it's also free as well. So there are a lot of PDF tools that you can use that comes very handy. Now, today is about maximizing your production and success. Is roadmap to productivity and sales growth. What I want you to understand in our real estate business is we are dealing with 3 components: traffic, conversion, fulfillment. Traffic, anything you do with advertising, anything you do with prospecting is part of the traffic. You go door knocking, you create traffic. And then once they get interested, as we always said, they know you, like you, and trust you. So knowing you comes to traffic. Then with conversion is build up trust with them. So let's say you have Facebook ad, and then that person is interested, come into your database, and you start drip campaigning emails or list of homes. So you are start building up trust. Sometimes you send them ebooks, something that would interest them. You give them good content. Your presence online is another way for you to convert traffic to conversion as well. And then fulfillment is where you close the deal with them. So this is the fundamental of real estate. Now, many agents are leveraging traffic, leveraging conversion. Many agents, they don't, or they don't know how to do it. AI is one of the tools I actively use on the daily basis for traffic, also for conversion. For conversion, I'm leveraging the tools I have on my CRM, such as squeeze pages, such as lead magnet. These are how I can build up my relationship with my clients, sending them on the routine basis once a month a video of what's going on with the market. That's another way of converting them. Now, clarity is power. That's very true. Meaning that if you have some ideas of what you want to do versus you have no clue, you just got your license, you're in real estate, God help me, what should I do next? Your roadmap is not clear. Let's say you want to go from Toronto to somewhere. That somewhere is not clarity. Now, if I tell you you are going to go from Toronto to Montreal, all of a sudden in your mind, it's clear path. Now you can imagine yourself driving along that path. You know where you should stop for gas station, for coffee, how many times you need to fill up your car, how many hours it's going to take you to get there. So that's clarity of your goal. So our day, our weeks, our month, year should have that clarity as well. More clear you are, more power and focus you have. Now, in terms of clarity for a day, we're talking about understanding how many calls you want to make. What is your prospecting method that you want to use? Email, are you following up? Now, for weekly goal, how many listings you're thinking, how many clients you're going to contact and have meeting with. And for the month, you're talking about the final goal that you set for every single month in terms of revenue, in terms of the number of people that you add to your database, for instance. Now, follow up, we are using calendar, and I hope all of you purchase your calendar. I'm trying to show my copy. So get one of this calendar and fill it up. I'm doing it old traditional way, meaning write it down. That would give me clarity of where I want to go. So at the beginning of every month, I write down the activities I'm going to do for the weeks to come. So using your CRM and using Excel sheet. And I learned this one from one of my coach, Rob Vivian. Let's say you have 120 people in your database. Then you divide 120 people equally into 12 weeks. Every week, you touch or you call those people in that week. Once you finish first week, you go after the second week. You don't call the week before or call after. Just 10 people in that. Now, if you have 80 people, that's fine. Separate them equally. If you have 200 people, equally spread them into 12 weeks. And then, yes, sometimes you realize the person passed away or left the country or became real estate agent. So you eliminate that person from your Excel sheet. You may get 2 new contacts, then you keep adding it to that week. So that's the power of prospecting, that you can use Excel. Now, daily plan of action is, first of all, the most important one is your time management. What you're going to do with your day. And as we all know, 80-20 rules means you're spending, you can spend 20 minutes and you're going to produce 80% of your income. So that 80-20 given less is work with any aspect of your real estate. For instance, you spend 20 minutes of your day and you are creating 80% of production, and vice versa as well. Sometimes you spend 80 hours and then you produce only 20%. For instance, cold calling. You call, and you're spending 80% of your day, morning time, and you only produce 20%. So you have to always continuously track yourself. Building clients, that's engagement, connections with your past clients. It doesn't matter which day, you have to grab the phone, call your past client, and get involved with them. You may want to even go to your Facebook or Instagram and interact with them. Remember, those are social media, okay? It's not advertising media. It's social media. Now, if you stay there, you interact. That's exactly what Facebook or Instagram like you to see. They want people to stay in that platform, get engaged, so they can sell their advertising. So once you go there, you put your real estate ad and you leave, it's not interaction. If you go there, you see a friend of you got birthday gifts, you interact, send a message, you respond back to the message. So Facebook would bring your advertising, your conversation, your exposure to that person's much greater than just put an ad and leave. So make sure you, when you use social media, you interact with your social media. Now, by the way, this presentation you see for the first time, I'm using a software called Gamma. So if you have a presentation, or you want to come with a presentation, let's say for investors, the one thing you have to do, you can go to ChatGPT, write down, I want to create a presentation for my investors, and these are investors, and you give some details, and create this presentation in a PowerPoint format. So when ChatGPT create that one, you copy and you paste that one into a program called Gamma. It's a platform, it's free. You put it there, and Gamma would produce you, based on what you want, 6-page, 12-page, whatever presentation you want. And within less than 2 minutes, you have a beautiful presentation. All the pictures, these pictures is, for instance, is an AI generated picture. It's not a real one. So copywriting is not an issue anymore. And that would make your job much easier. If you want to give a seminar to the neighborhood about first-time home buyers, same thing. So you're going back to weekly action plan is prospecting. Never, ever take your prospecting off your table when it comes to your daily activity and weekly activity. If you don't do that, it's like you're closing your shop. You're not ready to serve anyone. You're not ready to produce anything or run your business. So make sure with that, calls come in, email, and networking. In some of my previous master classes, I went into the details for all of this, calling, emailing, and networking. So I'm just going to give you an overall here. Marketing strategy, social media, listing material. If you want to put your social media advertising, some of the agents here, they did an amazing job with putting videos in a form of storytelling. So if you have problem with the storytelling, how to create a storytelling, again, go back to ChatGPT, said, I want to promote this property. These are the information about the property. Create a video script for me and include storytelling style in there. So ChatGPT would create you a video script that you have embedded story into that presentation. So when you are going to the house, you video having the story in there. Now, this kind of storytelling presentation of your listing is extremely powerful. So people will see the picture of a house for sales, $9.99, they just go through. But if it's a video, it's a story, people stay there. And that's exactly what Facebook wants. If people can stay there and watch your video for 1 minute, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, it shouldn't be long, then your posting would be encouraged by Facebook, and it's come up to more audience. And that's exactly what you want. Client-based growth, of course, open house and follow-ups, that speaks for itself. Step number 4, monthly action plan. Now you are going to review your goal at the beginning of every week. You are going to use different marketing campaign, target email. For instance, what I do is to send my clients, let's say around 2,000 people in my database. I send them once a month my e-news, and that is mass email to all of them. And that's on the routine basis. At the beginning of every month in my calendar, I write on the 5th of every month, my clients will receive e-news. So I prepare that one and I broadcast to all of them. So that's my marketing campaign for them. Networking, same thing. Attend events that you have in your neighborhood. If you go to Facebook, there are a lot of networking and gathering, and there are timing that would get together, or sometimes they Zoom together. So that's the best way to build up your relationship. Now, if you're thinking of creating your own event, that's fine. You can have your own first-time home buyers and invite financial planner, invite lawyers, invite mortgage agents to get together physically if it's in person, and then make it a night out for developing your business. And the main theme here is first-time home buyers. Now you can come up with another strategy, said 5 steps to grow your business. If you are networking with commercial people and people with they have business as well. So there are many, many tools, many strategies that you can use. Tracking progress and staying motivated. Now, if you spend a lot of money on Facebook and you don't know the result you get, you're just throwing your money in vain. You're wasting your money. So it's essential for you to sit down and say, if you spend $10 a day, $300 a month, did it bring you a result? And you watch it. If you need to tweak your Facebook posting, if you need to change your audience, these are the steps that you have to take. As I always repeat the same thing, slow down to go faster. At least dedicate 1 day a week to sit down, work on your business. Stop selling, stop promoting or advertising. Give yourself 2 to 4 hours. Sit down, see what's happened last week. Did you match or did you hit your goals? What you're going to have for next week as your goals that you set up? And what are the strategy that you are going to implement to reach your goals? And you also evaluate the social media activities, your flyers. If you send flyers, did it bring you any result? Yes, no, any feedback? So also staying motivated, real estate business, because the amount of energy you put to act as, I would say, easy more than 5 or 10 tasks, it's very hard to continue. You have to be a marketer, you have to know branding, you have to do advertising, you have to understand social media, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, YouTube. You have to master sales skills. You have to do prospecting. So these are a lot of things that we are going to do on a daily basis, weekly basis. So that would make anyone tired. All right. So you have to always feel yourself. It's not only diet that we have to control and go through for our body, for our mind as well. That's very crucial because your mind is determining the direction you want to go. As Tony Robbins said, almost 95% of who we are and how we run our business is coming from here. What you believe. Persistent. When you go door knocking and someone slams the door on you, that is all here. If you're not ready for this, you're going to be defeated. You're going to go back and say, you know what? I hate real estate. As we know, I think last year, 43,000 agents quit. They couldn't make it. All right. So they gave up. Now, can we be successful in real estate? Absolutely. But how you spend your time, how you spend your energy, and networking with other agents is also crucial. Now, some of the exercises are created here. We have something we call 10-5-2 rules. Reach out 10 new leads. Okay, it could be through door knocking, cold calling, email, that's every day. Engage in 5 quality conversation. If you go to door knock, you talk to people and you talk to, let's say, 40 people. Only you get engaged with the right conversation for real estate with 5 of them. That's what you have to do. Secure at least 2 follow-ups for further discussion or property review. If someone asks you to send them list of homes selling in Mississauga, that's it is, you can have 2 of them. Also, marketing and branding strategy. Something you can do is content please day. Create 1 short video every day. Write 1 engaging social media post. And thanks to ChatGPT, you can do it, all of this in a fraction of time. Send 1 value-driven email to your clients. Could be market trend, what's happening. Mac just told us how to talk to sellers or to the buyers. Now, practice that way of talking to the buyers. I always tell them, listen, the market's going to be swamped and busy. Interest rate is coming down, and when interest rate comes down, guess what's going to go up? Price of homes. So do you want to buy expensive homes? I think that was Royal Bank said by the end of this year, you should expect 6% higher price for homes. So I tell them, do you want to pay 6% more? Sometimes I even do calculations right there. So do you want to pay $35,000 more? That's talking to the buyer, talking to sellers. Listen, the market is apparently it's going to be very busy, so you want to be one of the competitors. So you're going to have 5-6 homes, everybody competing for 1 buyer. Do you want to be there, or do you want to put your house right now in the market when there is no competition, where the only 1 buyer can see and they all come to you? Which one do you want? Getting bidding wars or getting no buyers at all? So there are different ways of talking to buyers and sellers or even investors. Now ask 5 questions every day. Mastering time management. Did you handle your time properly? If you have problem with that, either ask ChatGPT, ask a coach, ask your caring friend, because unfortunately in real estate, many agents competing and you're not collaborating. So you have to find someone that is willing to hold your hands and walk with you and tell you exactly, hey, listen, you're wasting a lot of time. Instead of waking up at 10 o'clock, why don't you wake up at 6 o'clock and work on your mind? Generate and nurture more leads with a structured process. So as I said, let's say on Sunday, you'll have to write down exactly what you are going to do. Otherwise, if you wake up on Monday, you say, oh my God, what should I do? Strengthen their personal brand and marketing outreach. This is working on your advertising and your branding, your font, your color, all of those. And the style of advertising you want to continuously, persistently putting into Instagram. Improve sales technique. That is one of the things we always work on Monday morning, role play. And by the way, this week we are going to have a role play on listing presentation. So more than welcome to join 9 to 9:30. Leverage AI and technology. If you allow yourself a little bit time every week to investigate, learn, train, you would find AI programs that would make your job unbelievably easy. Wow Tiny or tinywall.com is one of them, where you can go and write a very simple description of your home. 3 bedrooms, finished basement, a lot of upgrades, hardwood floor in a nice neighborhood. You click and you're going to have like 10 lines of beautiful descriptions right there. So you don't need to think and spend a lot of time to that. I think that's tinywall.com. So use AI for your advantage. And as I said, going back to what I originally said, traffic, conversion, fulfillment. So you put the traffic right in front of you. Under the traffic, write down what do we mean by traffic? Door knocking, cold calling, any way that you do prospecting, including advertising, and then goes to conversion. Once this crowd, people come to your site, how are you going to create the trust? How are you going to build them up? How are you going to have opportunity to go face to face? And then fulfillment is taught by itself. And that is the end of my presentation. I think I covered a lot of things here. The platform is open for the questions. Usually there are two people that I'm going to pick today, Gary and Holly. You have always questions or good things to input here. If you want to say something, just ask me a question or share some of the technique and strategy you use.
Yeah, hi Ashton. So
Hi.
no question, but right, I think I realize commitment or consistency, it really helps a lot. And you make it as a habit. If you don't, just it doesn't work. I mean, everyone can be successful in real estate if that follows the rule of real estate. What you mentioned, whatever you mentioned, there is it's very important because people get to know you. They may know you, but they haven't worked with you before, so they may hear from here and there, and you realize after a while you get referral a lot more
Yeah,
from
people want,
friends.
yeah, that's very true. Thank you very much for
Yeah.
sharing. I think that's very, very important. And if people see you there coming and going, they don't trust you. But if
Yeah.
you see there, you've been there for years and years, continuously promoting, sending valuable information, they start trusting you and refer you to others as well.
Hello, can guys hear me?
Hey, Gary, how are you?
Good. You see my contribution in what's up, right?
Yeah, that was amazing. I was happy to see that.
Amazing.
Yeah, you did a great job. Thank you for encouraging. Yeah, that was one of the good encouraging things. And that's what I always say. Forget about competing. Listen, there are 50, 60, or maybe more transactions happen every year. How many of them do you want? 10, 20? And remember, your clients, they don't want to work with other agents, and their other agents' clients, they don't want to work with you. So you focus and share with everybody. Like Gary was sharing some of the things about door knocking during the winter. Is it possible? Can we do it? And the only thing we don't need here is that no, it's too cold. I'm not gonna go do that. But Gary said, listen,
I did a locking yesterday.
excellent.
Yeah, at 1 o'clock, 1 to 2:30. I locked two streets.
Excellent. That's amazing.
Yeah, which is coldest day, like coldest day in a year.
It was terrible.
If I don't lock like one day, I feel uncomfortable.
No, you did a great job.
Like it's totally like opposite of different, like opposite of normal people. If they lock doors outside, they feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
The opposite of me. If I don't lock doors, I feel uncomfortable.
Good.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. I want to share with you like very simple things which can make you guys progress. First is you do a calendar. Let me show you one thing. You use 1 second. Can you see me? Okay, 1 second. Can you see my camera? Can you see me?
Yeah, we can see you.
Okay, guys, I want to show you this. This is a calendar. Like make specific plan on each day. See, I make video on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and I write down every week. When I start of February, I write my general plan on which date, and I wrote the potential follow up, like clients I'm working on it. The clients I'm working like on here, like blank page. and I put like which day, like video day. See, video day, like email day is Thursday, like email database, like email past the like referral past database, email day. Like, cause I'm Chinese, I wrote like Chinese email day. And Saturday I wrote like English email day. Okay, so if I do door locking, I write a yes, no. This day, no, cause I messed up, so I feel guilty this day. Door locking, no. Yeah, like Tuesday, this Tuesday I didn't feel very well, so I didn't go. I wrote a no. Yesterday I went. I wrote a yes. Today big snow day, I probably stay home. No. Yeah. So you have like make your plan specifically on your eyes. You can see it like every day. Like follow up day, Wednesday. So this is my like calendar. So I make 1 second. You should buy this. This is very good investment, like $20 in, or you can buy like $5 in Dollarama, but hang it on the wall and make like a email day, like very simple. Every agent should do like email, like a video or blog, something. You write on a specific day to remind you in case you forget, right? So it's not that much money, but it'll help you a lot, like remind you do something. Because sometimes you busy handle like family things, family issues, family things. You do like some like you do work with buyers. Sometimes you do open house, you do lots of different things. You forget what you should do. So I put it on the paper.
Thank you, Gary. That's
And
very
the other thing is the second thing I want to share with you. Write a blog or diary, whatever you call blog or diary, whatever. This is not just a simple blog. I wrote like blog day by day, and it's like okay, today I lock several doors. I lock like 5 doors. I lock 20 doors. What I get, like today I learn from what? Like I learn. Don't say like I lose. I learn what I got. What I locked, what I should say, what I said, what I created like conversation, who is like potential, like what I make progress, what I improve. You can write anything, but don't write like or even you feel stressful, you feel like you feel like no one you want to share with. You can write, okay, today I feel not very good. I feel very disappointed. Write something like emotional on the diary or blog. Yeah, no one can read it, but you read it by yourself. In the future, like if you go back, you see like, okay, I did like 20, like I did 100 days blog. I did a 200 days blog. You do like this, you learn from what you did, and it's like psychologically like potential impact you, make you want to keep going, like cheerleader, like cheer you up. When you write it, you like you consistently want to push yourself go up. It's same as like a calendar, but this is like more detail. You write all you want, learn what you learn today, what you lose today. Yeah, on the blog.
That's great. That's a good idea.
I like to write. I already write like I did like door logging last 3 months, but I didn't write a blog. So, but right now I start writing blog just for myself, not for any others. Just for myself. I want to like deeply dig what I need, what I should learn. So I write down in a blog. Just I read by myself. I write by myself. I don't want anyone to read it, but one day if I become coach like you, I can share this, right? It's like treasure.
Yeah.
It's like private treasure for yourself.
Yeah.
You psychologically know, like deeply, your heart. I work as an agent for almost 13 years, but I learned like 2 weeks ago. I learned the first day I become real estate agent, I should write a blog. I didn't do this. So for some of you are new agents, you should start writing blog right now, just for yourself.
I really appreciate what you said. That makes me also think. I write a lot as well. Now, if your mind is blank, 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 you have no idea, you think you're not gifted for writing, do this. Go to ChatGPT and write this prompt. Say, ChatGPT, you are a positive master. You are a great coach. I'm writing something basic and respond back to me of what I can learn from this in a positive, constructive way. And write down, I'm sad today, it's snowy out there, I'm real estate agent, I don't know what to do. I'm sitting down and just writing something. Tell me a positive lesson from this. And ChatGPT would give you some encouragement, feedback, and you can copy and paste that one into somewhere that you would keep it. So the days that you are down, you can always go back to say, listen, I was down these days. See how ChatGPT turned it to a positive way for me. So that would eventually help you to build a more positive mindset. But this is real estate. You have to be thick-skinned. You have to endure as well. Well, we are getting at the end of our time. It was a pleasure to have all of you here. Don't forget, next week, it is about finding the farm area that would generate you a lot of money. So stay in touch. And if you have any question, just send me an email. All the best and hope to see you.